I believe that we can relearn what was lost to us about how plants can help us as moms. What's old is new again, and it still works. I believe it takes a village, and I'm so glad that I have one. I believe my intuition is powerful, and that I know my kids best, and that I can help them better than anyone. I believe that just because it's for sale in the store doesn't mean that it's safe for me to use. I also believe that emotions are the underlying cause of all disease, and that it's so important to get a lot of sleep to manage stress and negative emotions. I also believe that my tummy and digestive system are always trying to tell me something about my health, and that I should listen because it's my first line of defense. I believe healthcare means supporting my entire body to prevent getting seriously ill and not just masking the symptoms. I believe I've got a business that helps people to relearn all of this and make it super simple to share stories with each other and to do it together. I believe in you, and here's how it all begins. I know that many of you are watching, and I am Lindsay Gramont, and I basically, over many, many years of struggling with asthma and my health, learned something really profound. And it's something that occurred almost 10 years ago. It was when my daughter was still pretty tiny, and I was still nursing her, and I remember that I was working a full-time job, had a new baby, and was super busy and super stressed. And my daughter was in daycare, and she continued to bring home cold after cold, illness after illness, and I picked up every time. I picked it up from her every single time, to the point where at the end of that year, I was so tired and run down that I came down with pneumonia. And I was in the hospital for 5 days, and it was super scary. I really felt like I was a 92-year-old woman, and it was awful. And if any of you have ever had pneumonia, then you would know that it's not just when you get out of the hospital you're doing better. It's like it can be a long recovery, especially with for someone who has asthma. So I remember I had all these follow-up appointments, and I met with the chief pulmonologist from the hospital that I had stayed in for a follow-up. And I remember him telling me, Lindsay, you need to pull your daughter out of daycare, and you need to quit your job, and you need to avoid all of the germs, because everything she's bringing home is just making you sick, and your immune system can't handle it. Yeah. This was something that I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm 31 years old, and I have to be the woman in a bubble? Like, this did not compute for me. And I was really I felt frustrated, because for years I'd been using these same medications, I'd been having the same problems, and I just felt like none of it was helping. And in that moment, I decided that something had to change, that it couldn't be that I needed to, completely shut myself off from the world to protect my immune system. There had to be another way to support my immune system and to make it better. There had to be a better way. There was something that I was doing that was wrong, and that was not supporting me in the way that it should. And I had to figure out what that other way was. And it was a total mindset shift to think about how I could support my body before or during a health crisis to ensure that everything is running properly, instead of waiting for something to happen and just treating the symptoms. This was a huge mindset shift. So I just want to talk a little bit about toxins, because the average woman applies 130 unique toxic chemicals to her body before breakfast. It's in your face lotions, your toothpaste, hand soap, shampoo, makeup. Now, why is all this important? Because we could be totally oblivious to this, as I once was. But I just want to make the point, and this is going to be a quick unboxing video, but I just want to make this point crystal clear. When you think about your immune system, it all starts in the gut. This is something I'm very passionate about. If you are not pooping, your kids are not pooping, that is like a canary in the coal mine trying to tell you something, and it's important to listen. So when we talk about all these chemicals and toxins that are in all these products we're applying on our skin every day, any one alone, one time might not be so bad, but there's this process of after you've put all of it on there, that it bioaccumulates in your body, and it starts to do bad things to your cells. So I homeschool my daughter, and last week we started a unit about our body, and we were learning all about cells. And it really reminded me that that's all we are. We are made up of millions of cells, and then we also have all these millions and billions of organisms living in our body with us that aren't human cells. Like they're like bacteria and yeast and all these things that are a part of our body too. So we have to help all that whole terrain to be healthy all the time. We have to help our cells. Okay? And our cells are what contain our DNA. So when we talk about all these diseases that are happening because of lifestyle, environmental issues, it comes down to the lotion you put on your face, the toothpaste you put in your mouth, the soap you wash your hands with. It really is as simple as that. And it really is simple to make that shift. So let me just give you an example. This is just one example. So triclosan and perk that are in antibacterial hand soaps and hand sanitizers, which pretty much everyone uses almost every day, have recently been banned by the US government, driven by doctors, because they were seeing that this was contributing to antibiotic resistance. Wait, what? Yes, these are antibiotic chemicals that are added to our soap, which really don't add any value, but they're actually harming us. So they were actually banned, but they're still on the shelves now because they gave them like a 3-year time frame or whatever it was to, remove their stock. So basically they're still being sold today. We're still using them. And actually they're in a lot of other products that are not just hand soap and hand sanitizer. They're in toothpaste. What they do is it's a topical antibiotic. So you're applying an antibiotic every day. And when you apply something to your skin, it's absorbed into your body and it starts to destroy all of the wonderful bacteria and yeast, all the good bugs that are in your body. And when you kill the good bugs and the bad bugs, weird things start to happen. Yucky stuff starts to grow in its place, which weakens our immune system and weakens our digestive system and disrupts our endocrine system. So when you read that these chemicals are disruptive to your hormones or to whatever, it's real, okay? Like these are the little small changes every day that can make a real impact on your health. So I just wanted to make that point very quickly before I jump in, because honestly, I truly believe that there is a better way. You don't need synthetic chemicals to truly clean your home. You don't need synthetic chemicals to wash your hands. You just need soap and water. You don't need anything to put on your skin that, to make you more beautiful, that is chemical, okay, that is toxic for you. You don't need to put anything on your skin that isn't safe to eat. You don't need to breathe anything in that isn't safe to eat either, okay? Because everything that is labeled with fragrance in it, so if you go and run and look at your candles, any kind of lotions, whatever, anything that says the word fragrance, there can be up to 300 toxic chemicals behind that, just that one word. And there's been studies done, and you can go and look this up after this video, but all of those fragrances are preserved with formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a known carcinogen, and to breathe it in, to put it on your body regularly, it's gonna hurt your body. It is. It's going to accumulate in your body, and it is going to hurt it. And there are studies showing that it is actually the same as sitting in the room with someone smoking a cigarette, then this is the same as burning a candle. I know, it's shocking. Like if you walk through the grocery store and you're smelling all those fragrances, it's the same as sitting with someone while they smoke a cigarette in your face. So secondhand smoke is the same as smelling these fragrances that are preserved with formaldehyde. It's crazy that this has happened, but it has. So why then am I here talking and about to show you something that can help? Because I believe, again, going back to those statements, I believe that every mom has the unique ability to heal herself and her family. That health, that to me is health freedom. That is freedom, the freedom to be empowered with knowledge and the ability to learn how to keep our families safe from harm, that we have the power. And when we say, oh, woe is me, why is this happening? We are then powerless. But if we say, how can I learn? How can I change? What can I do in my home to make a difference? That's powerful. That's powerful. So I do think that it is really important to educate others about these dangers, and that it's these daily dangers. It's not like some big thing. Like, people don't get leukemia from some big thing. They have shown that leukemia is entirely based on your environment. It's like all the things you're doing daily to damage your cells, which again, inside the cell is the DNA. Okay, so when you damage the cells, you're damaging the DNA, you're causing weird things to happen in your body. So what we rather want to do is support our cells, support our bodies, support all of our body systems to run the best way that it can, right? I mean, I believe we can learn to do this. It's not that hard. This is knowledge we once had that we lost, and it's part of being a part of a village. Being part of a community that can help you, that can encourage you, because really you are who you surround yourself with. And when you just try and navigate this by Googling and buying stuff on Amazon and whatever, like, you're gonna fall flat on your face. I'm sorry. I know, because for many years I tried that. And I love having the community because it encourages me daily to do things that I would never have thought of. And everyone has different ideas and different new ways of doing things. And it's just new recipes, new everything, right? So it's really, really helpful. I believe we should be able to meet our health needs naturally. Most of what we need help with is so simple and so not a big deal that we don't need to call the pediatrician in the middle of the night for like a little sniffle or ear screaming, right? We don't need to. We have the tools to be able to help with those things. And we as moms are the best doctors that they can be for our family, unless there's like a major health crisis. Like, I mean, if you break a bone, like, go to the doctor, okay? But I really just honestly feel we should be addressing the root cause instead of all of the symptoms, because I had to get to the root cause, and it took me many years to figure it out. But like, now there's so much knowledge out there. I remember when I first started posting about the gut and all these good bugs that live in your body, people thought I was nuts. But this is like something that a lot of research and development dollars are being poured into by big, big, big drug companies. Like, probiotics are the end all be all for health going forward. So, all right, let's talk about essential oils. I truly believe that for me, I know that God and nature has provided us with everything we need to survive and thrive on this planet. Everything. And that essential oils have been around longer than we have. Their plants have been, used by humans for, centuries, for millennia, okay? For shelter, for all kinds of things, for food, and yes, for various powerful applications distilled as essential oils. I honestly believe they are God's greatest gift. So what are they? They're not the same as like the cooking oils you have in your kitchen. They are highly concentrated aromatic essences of trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, resins, and flowers. Essential oils are greaseless, so they aren't the same as like coconut oil or something like that. But they are basically the plant's natural defense and protective mechanisms. And the cool thing is that they can penetrate our body in ways that synthetic things just can't. And so they really do in our bodies what they do in nature. They keep things clean, healthy, working properly. All right? So, all of that said, I just want to show you this new box here. So when I first got started with Young Living, there were some things in this box that changed my mindset in so many ways and how I could support my body healthfully. So before that, I was thinking, okay, I need to take enzymes. I need to eat healthier. I need to eat organic food. I need to, add some probiotics in. But this changed everything, okay? So what is in this box changed everything for me. And this is a brand new box, a brand new kit that kind of harkens back to what was in the box when I got started. So you have your salt, your pepper, your butter in the kitchen. These are the things you're gonna reach for most often when you are cooking. And that's the same for what's in this box. This is what you're gonna reach for the most often when you are first getting started with supporting your body, supporting your emotions, and really ensuring that you're not putting all these toxic chemicals, synthetic chemicals on your body, okay? So let's open it up. Do you guys wanna see what's inside? New box. New kit, all different, so exciting. Okay, so it pops open like that, boop. And there's all these wonderful oils here, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you about a few of them because I don't wanna take up all your time. I've already been on for a few minutes here. Do you wanna know about these? So let's just at a general level say that everything in here can help your tummy, can be a great chest rub, can help you with cleaning your house, can help with things smelling good, can also help with sleep, can help with like making sure that you're not so stressed. So when you're like driving and your kids are screaming, like flinging it around for people to smell actually calms them down. And it can also help with boosting your immune system and supporting your immune system so that you don't have to have the chief pulmonologist tell you to pull your kid out of daycare, that your immune system can't handle a few freaking colds, okay? So, can help your skin to look younger and to not be so wrinkly. Yes, I am in my 40s. And it can help you with just having the courage to get through the day. It can help you with achy muscles. Yeah, all of that in this one kit. And you know what? I lift up the little thing in the box. Let me put this down for a second. And there's some more things under here. So 2 more. So there's actually 12 oils in here. So when I say like it's your salt, your pepper, your butter in the kitchen, it's like your, rosemary and oregano and all that stuff too. So the 2 that are in the bottom, there's actually really 5 oils in here. Probably more, but I'm just gonna talk about them for a second. Supporting your emotions and your stress is really a game changer because we tend to think like, well, what do I need for, all the little tiny, sniffles and sneezes and whatever, but that's not really the good stuff, okay? The good stuff about oils is the emotional help that they will give you because stress, I don't know about you, but stress is a part of every day and it really shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be. So a lot of that has to do with just our emotions. We have to support our emotions and same with our kids. Stress from our kids' emotions probably is what dials up my stress more than anything else. So if I know that my kids need to go to school and have a happy day, whatever enrichment activities they're doing, I homeschool my daughter, but my little toddler goes to school and I want to make sure he gets the most out of it and that he's very comfortable and calm and peaceful there. It doesn't really hurt at all that his little school also uses oils in the classroom. They diffuse them to help with their emotions. Really, toddlers have very strong emotions. And so supporting them throughout the day and making sure that all these little people are happy and healthy and ready to be there is so huge. So peace and calming and valor is the reason why I'm even doing this video today, because as I said, this is a brand new starter kit. It has been changed a little bit, and it's because of these 2 beauties that I got obsessed with essential oils, because they helped me so much in my life and they help my kids so much on a daily basis. They help my husband so much. This is like everything, okay? So valor and peace and calming are now in this kit. And I always felt like there was something missing, like I didn't have my salt in my starter kit. So for people to get started with, I would always tell them, you should buy this starter kit. It helps with all these various things, and then make sure you also get Valor and Peace and Calming, because it's just going to help you so much. So there was always Stress Away. Stress Away is wonderful, but Valor and Peace and Calming are everything. So let me just give you a couple points on these, because I already kind of gave you a whole summary of all the other ones, but I will say that I put this on my husband's feet at night and he doesn't snore. Okay, so I'll just give you that little tidbit. And then I also put it on my son and my daughter and myself every day to just be confident. Confident in my choices, confident in myself, confidence in where I'm going, confidence to do things that I wouldn't normally do, and just to have a better outlook on my day and what's possible. That's Valor. And I know that sounds so hooky, but it does do that. And I think that many people watching would comment the same way. Peace and Calming does just what it says, but it is just huge. Talk about a tantrum tamer, but also talk about just when you're feeling out of control and overwhelmed, Peace and Calming. It's just the best. So why were these not in the kit? This really, to me, illustrates what makes Young Living different. Why were these not in the starter kit for so long? It was probably 4 years, 3 or 4 years that these were not in the starter kit. When I first started, they were, and I loved them. And then they weren't. And the reason why is because they are so perfect the way they are, and there were some oils in them, because this is a blend, that were not available to us for a little while, because we only take on and grow and source plant oils that are pure and unadulterated and not tampered with. And they have to look a certain way. And so it's not just about smell. There is so much more to what is involved in distilling essential oil than meets the eye. There are all kinds of things present. A plant has, lots of chemical compounds in it, lots of molecules in it, lots of constituents. And if they aren't just so, and they don't work together just so, then the oil is not going to do what it needs to do in our body, and it's not going to work the same. And so we're very, very focused on this, and it's super important to make this point, because just buying something random in the store, like lavender is not lavender is not lavender, okay? So there were some things in this that we wanted to source the right way, and we ended up opening up a new farm on virgin land to get a certain oil that goes in this one, to grow it ourselves, to distill it ourselves, and to make sure that we had the most pure, best black spruce to go in our Valor that we could. And same with blue tansy. So there were some things, and these are 2 top selling oils. I mean, they're like what makes Young Living different. These 2, and then a blend called Thieves, I think are really what makes Young Living different. I can't pop it out of there. So they're back. It's a big deal. If you don't have these, you need to get this new kit, because the kit itself, if you're already a member, is worth over $400, and it's $165. I know, it's crazy. So it's really a great way to just get everything you need. Again, these are the things you're going to use most often, so they're the things you're going to need to replace the most as well. So it's worth getting another one to have on hand, another one to share with people, another one to help people when they do want to get started with a kit. You can send them home with one that you've got on hand. A flip kit is what we call that. So whoever sent you this video, whoever is watching, I really want you to know that this is not hard. We can use oils in 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and we can take them internally. Things like peppermint, things like digize to support our digestion. Yeah, we can pop those in a little capsule and swallow them and put them where they need to do the work. Yes, and it's just the learning that you can get through the community is like nothing else. And so if you haven't paid attention up until this point, it's your choice. It's your body. I know what I'm doing for my body. I know what I do for my kids' bodies. I know what I do to support a community and a tribe of over 70,000 members on just my team alone. I know what our company does as an almost $2 billion company and all millions, supporting millions of members around the world. I know what we do, and I know the stories. And I would love for you to become a part of our tribe and to learn some of those stories and to learn as you go. But you got to figure out when the time is right for you. And I think there's no time like the present, but that's totally up to you, and it's your choice to support your body. And really the best time that is the best time for you is when you want to do it. I have learned that through unschooling my daughter, that really she's gonna learn what she wants to learn. And she's gonna focus on what she wants to focus on. And so that's my question to you, like, do you wanna focus on this now? Because maybe you didn't in the past, or it seems too overwhelming, or whatever. Now would be a good time, because it's the little daily things that have to change to really support your life. It's not like, this massive undertaking, but it's the little daily things that you can do that will really support all the cells in your body and keep you healthier, and will stave off, things that this really shouldn't happen. So the other cool thing that comes in this kit, and then I'll close this out, is actually a sample packet, but there's probably about 3 portions in here, where you pour like a third of this packet into a spray bottle, you fill it with water, and you can clean your entire house with it. It's a great cleaner, no synthetic yuckiness, plant-based, smells divine, smells like cinnamon and lemon, rosemary, very fresh, and you can clean everything with it. And I love that my son can clean, my 2-year-old can spray with the spray bottle and wipe it up. He could lick it up if he wanted to, and it wouldn't hurt him. So that's pretty awesome. And then look, remember how I was talking about the triclosan and perk and hand sanitizers and how bad they are for us because you're putting on a topical antibiotic? The kit also comes with a thieves hand purifier. Totally clean. Yes, you can use this. You don't have to make it. They sell it. Hand purifier, okay? Comes in the kit. And 2 packets of this super juice, okay? This tastes so good. I love giving this to my kids. You give them 1 or 2 packets a day, depending, it's kind of hard to tell the toddler no, but I don't have to tell him no because it's really good for his body. So this is super food in a packet, okay? Delicious and filled with antioxidants, filled with nutrients to flood his body with nutrients and to help his digestion and to help basically antioxidants, you can do research on them, but they help our bodies to run properly. Okay, so there's 2 packets of those. You can get these in bottles or packets or both every month, and that is a key part of how we stay super healthy. And then it also comes with these 2 little roller balls, okay, which you can put on any of these bottles. So yeah, we put it right on the stress away or right on the pan away to help our, I do it right after I work out so I can rub that all over my shoulders. That's it, folks. There's a great way to get started with a healthy lifestyle. I believe you can do this. I believe that you can learn all of these things if you make it a priority for yourself and for your family, that it's not that hard. Honestly, if you're overwhelmed, if you're in a place where you're stressed, if you're in a place where you're not sleeping well, if you're in a place where your kids are expressing frustration and that's really driving your stress level up, it's time. Really, the next step is, even if you're skeptical, is to get them and try it. It's a $165 investment in you and in your family. But the only person that can make that $165 a true investment is you and your ability to learn for yourself, your ability to make it a priority, to start cleaning out all the things in your house that don't serve you anymore, and to figure out what will serve you better. And I know that that's something that you can do if you put your mind to it, because we can do anything when we put our minds to it. And that state of overwhelm doesn't have to always be there. And that state of busy and that state of feeling like there's no time to learn, that's really when you know that it is time to stop take a breath and learn, because it will help you when you really put your heart and soul against something. It will. It totally will. So please message the person that sent you this video, or if you are watching this and you want to find out from me how to get it, then you can private message me and I will help you to get started. And the person that sent you this video will also help you to get started. It is a referral-based business, so please reach out to the person that sent you this and they will help you to get started, because then you become a member of that tribe. And that is what is so awesome about Young Living and why it was set up the way it was set up and why it works so well. Because honestly, 90% of Young Living members only use the products for themselves. And they might happen to share every once in a while with someone and help someone to get a starter kit, because like someone came in their house and was like, that smells really good and I feel really calm and I need that right now. That happens to me all the time and it will to you too. But when you help someone get started, then you can get $50 back. And that's amazing, because honestly, you will start to want to get more and more of these oils, because these are like your salt, pepper, and your butter. But like at some point you're gonna want like your cumin, your rosemary, your oregano, right? You're gonna like branch out and you're gonna want all these different amazing oils, and you're gonna want to learn more about those. And at some point you're gonna be like, I have an obsession and I really need to like stock up on some of these things. Like if you guys saw how many dollars I've got in the drawer back there, because I seriously think about this. Like if I could seriously, the company could go away and I could lose my paycheck, because I do make a very large paycheck from doing this business, but I could lose the paycheck. You could take it away, but if you took away my valor, like I would die. Okay, so to me, the oils are more important than the paycheck. I could live anywhere. I could live in a 1-bedroom apartment with my family and be perfectly happy, but you can't take away my oils, honestly. So I just want to make that point. So then when you start sharing, you can get paid for that, and it will help to cover the cost of your kit. You know, if you share with 3 friends, it's going to cover the cost of your kit that you just bought, and that's not that hard to do. And then you're going to find that sharing with a couple people a month, you're going to end up at the end of this year with like this amazing tribe, and you're like, wow, I have all these people that are asking me questions and they want to learn, and it's so fun to learn together. And on Wednesday night, like I'm having this event, people are coming over, and you realize that you just have this amazing tribe and community of women supporting women to heal their families and their bodies and to live a healthier life. And the people that you're around are going to be so positive and so happy, and like your life is just going to feel very different. And so it's changed my life in immeasurable ways, and that is the best part of this community. So know that you're getting these awesome little things, and they have great little drops in them, and the next step is really to use them and to try them and to learn and to really focus. But then also know you're going to get this like amazing tribe of women who love to encourage and love to support you through this process. Pretty cool, right? So let the person know that sent this to you that you watched it. Let them know what you liked about it, and let them know that you want to get started right now. And for those that are existing members, you need to get this new starter kit right now, because it is so important to share the value of all of the oils, but most importantly, peace and calming and valor, because I know that you know what they've done for you, and it's so important to tell others about it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for bearing with me as I shared my passion, and I hope that this was helpful for you and that you are going to have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.